Y'all know what it is. It's the Find the Boxer game. Purchase a box for a chance at winning $500. One of 54 boxes has a missing boxer inside. Purchase your box or boxes by Cash Apping, $, usual 50/50. Include your box number, name, and email address. Your box number will be confirmed and sent directly to your email. Each box is $20, with a 1 in 54 chance of winning. Remaining proceeds will go directly to the LDBC meet and greet in Las Vegas. Shout out to the LDBC, and remember,
it's a usual suspect day.
y'all know what it is. It's the usual suspect 650-50 draw. Buy your tickets now for your chance at winning half the pot. Cash App, $, usual 50/50. Tickets are on sale for $10 for one, $20 for 3 tickets, and $50 for 10 tickets. Put your desired amount, name or alias, as well as your email address, and your tickets will be set. We announce the winning ticket numbers every other Friday on Supreme Beats Boxing Talk Bullshitting on the Beltway, 8:30 p.m. Eastern Time. Remaining proceeds will go directly to the LDBC meet and greet in Las Vegas. Shout out to the LDBC, and remember,
it's a usual suspect day.
Push the weight enough flex. The livest one in the section. Fit the runner, boy, you nigga, no question. You ain't run a motherfucker hot stepping. Hey, you never had a big enough weapon. Motherfucker never learned your lesson. I'm an 88 pack nigga. I'm an 88 pack nigga. I mean, day walker, drink blood, fangs out, full moon, motherfucker change like a hoe, nigga. I'm just a nigga from the hood trying to stack a little cheddar for the money.
Bombzquad! Round 4, guys? Round 4? Deontay, round 4? With Tyson?
Most definitely. Yeah, buddy. Yeah, buddy. Lightweight. Lightweight, baby. Drew Titan Bronx on deck. Shout out to the mighty LDBC. I'm going to go as fast as I can. Because I got things to do this morning. You know what I'm talking about? And I really wasn't even going to do this show. But often these fools come through in all their cowardice, and they do this to themselves. So let me do this roll call real quick. Dow Big G, Mr. Tiptoe, Isha, good morning. Main Event Mark, Eric Jordan, Rod Neal, Mr. Shelton. Yep. True Boxer Night, Shaquilla Fields, salute to you in that Cash App yesterday. Thank you so much, my queen. Thank you. HMC, salute. Philip D in the building, salute. Bernard Gilbert, Adrian Vett, G. McCall. Coach Hudson, I'm glad you're here early. I'm going to show you something, brother. I'm glad you're here early. Dill Spooley, Kawhi Elliott, salute. KBG, Andrew Gray, the sensei in the building. If I miss you in the chat, know that I love you. I got to go fast. All right, first of all, my brother, Coach Hudson, there's some things that he didn't know. One of the things he didn't know, I made mention when I was talking about this dude, Bud. Now, first and foremost, I don't know why I have to explain my position. I thought I was very clear, but you know, when you're an unconditional fan, you automatically love one fighter and you legitimately, I'm going to use the term, hate his rival. You hate his rival. I don't hate anybody. Let me be clear. When it comes to Bud, when it came to Errol, I didn't hate either one. I didn't like Bud's business moves. And I was very clear about that. How many times you heard me say Bud is the baddest MO? He might be, before fighting Errol, I said he might be the baddest MFer, the baddest boxer we've ever seen to date. When did I say he was trash? I just said I think Errol beats him. But he's going to have to show me. And what was the problem? Him getting in the ring. I thought 60-40 was generous due to sales and everything else. I thought it was generous. And I said, yo, take the 40, whoop Errol's ass, and 60-40 him. That's all. I said, man, Bud has a great chance of winning this fight. I just thought Errol beats him, and he showed me different. He washed Errol. That's what happened. And I gave him full credit. I was in Vegas the next day. I did my show. And I said what it was. I didn't cap for Errol or whatever. I heard some things. But I said, look, Errol ain't saying nothing. I ain't saying nothing. I'm cool. He beat him. Bottom line. No excuses. Did I make any excuses for Errol? No. So it is what it is. I gave Bud his full respect. Gave him all this credit. Sky's the limit. I got him whooping Canelo right now. I got him whooping Canelo, and no one's giving him a chance. Only a handful of people. I'm talking about like the old media. A handful of people say, yeah, you know, Bud can win it. No. I'm saying no. Bud gonna whoop Canelo ass. Period. That's just what it is. But there's things that he said recently in an interview that I said, I don't agree with that. And this ain't the first time I disagree with Bud. As a matter of fact, a lot of these fighters that you may root for say stupid stuff. They say a lot of stupid stuff. And if we really support them, we got to call that out. Because it could hurt them in the long run. It'll hurt them. I'm not going to be here just unconditionally ignoring when they do and say ridiculous stuff. I don't support that. That's not who I am. I could respect you as a fighter and say, hey, man, I like what this guy's doing. And yeah, he's doing great. But he gets into a car accident and then you find out he's drunk. What do you do with that? Oh, well, you see, you know, he was having a hard way to go. And you see, he just buried his mama. And no, I don't want to hear that. Listen, you're an adult. You should know not to get behind the wheel of a car when you're intoxicated. Period. Who was you with that let you do that? Because these guys are never by themselves. Who was you with that allowed you to do that? Which person in your set wrestled those keys from you? Nobody. You're the bag. I guess we got to do what you say. Those are yes men. That's the real definition. Because if I'm your boy, I'm be like, nah. Dude, you not getting, call an Uber, man. Because that's all you need. You're going to get 2 blocks, crash into something, and then you on the news. No. Cuss me out, but you'll thank me later. No. I didn't support Bud's moves. When he got on Instagram and started talking about the meeting he had with Al Heyman, it was a nightmare. Now, in theory, he may have been correct, but why do you think, and I'm going to say this again, why do you think lawyers tell you, shut up, let me do all the talking? Because you could be innocent, you could be right, but you'll get in that stand and make a fool of yourself. Because they could trip you up on your words, and he had no business talking. It was a train wreck. Your favorite athlete might not know when to shut the hell up. A lot of these guys don't know when to shut up. We talk about PR, public relations. You hire people. A lot of these guys, they don't even run their own social media. That's what's irritating about Floyd Schofield Jr. That's not him, it's his dad. And I did a whole show on him talking. I meant to do a part 2. He's a nightmare. Shut up, dude. Shut up. The brother Deontay, who I'm going to be talking about in a second. No matter what he said, they bent it and twisted it. No matter what he said. And then when he stopped talking, that was a problem. See what I mean? You want an example of that? I'll give you another example. I'm going back to Bud. I'm talking about Bud this morning. Bob Arum killed the Manny Pacquiao fight. He killed it. He said that. And then we looked at Bud like, yo, my man. Bob Arum legitimately said, when people were asking, Bob went to Top Rank. At that point, we was like, why are black fighters still going over there? Why are they still going over there? But he took his ass over there. Oh, well. What happened with the Manny Pacquiao fight? What did Bob Arum say? I killed the fight because I know how it ends. I'm paraphrasing, but this is what he said. And I'm like, what the... Yo, I think the older you get, the less Fs you give. My jaw dropped. I said, yo. The person in it... Y'all saw the interview by now. It's probably on YouTube. I should have pulled it up. Manny's such a nice guy. I know how it ends. Meaning, Bud destroys Manny. Oh, I get it. So instead of putting him in the ring with your next big star, who is pound for pound number one, we were saying he may be pound for pound number one in the world back then. Lomachenko, they threw the mic in his face. Yo, people say you're number one pound for pound. Are you number one pound for pound? You know what Loma said? No, Bud Crawford is number one pound for pound. He said that on camera. The camera shook and all that. Oh, he said, oh shit, we didn't know he was gonna say it. He said it too late. We all saw it. He said that. Hey, what's up with the Pacquiao fight? I killed the fight. I know how it ends, and Manny's such a nice guy. That's what he said. I said, yo, wait a minute. That fight right there was going to launch Bud into the atmosphere, and had that fight happened and ended how we knew it was going to end, that would be a better bargaining chip for him and Errol, because he could say, man, I got Manny Pacquiao on my resume. And that's a bigger name than anyone at that time had that Errol had on his resume at that time. Yes, that was the bargaining chip for 50-50 right there. In fact, it might have been 60-40. Might have been. But Errol still got Dallas, and he sells out Dallas. But it definitely would have been a bigger bargaining chip. Because what do we talk about Bud all the time? His resume. So then we looked at Bob Arum. That was his resume right there. And what did he say? I killed the fight because I knew how it would end. So instead, you sent him to fucking Australia to get robbed? Because that's what happened. You sent him to Australia. You sent Manny Pacquiao, your golden goose, to Australia to get robbed. That's what happened. He let him fight that white boy in Australia rather than Budrick get the torch. You see what I mean, y'all? He gave Budrick that fight, though, didn't he? He got Jeff Horn after Manny Pacquiao. He beats Manny Pacquiao, and then he gets Jeff Horn and destroys Jeff Horn. We was like, man, that should have been Pacquiao, man. That'd have been worth more what? Money. But when I tell you that a lot of these, I'm just gonna say it, y'all. These white folk on code, man. What sells more for all you pocket watchers? Jeff Horn and Manny Pacquiao, or Jeff Horn and Budrick Crawford? What sells more? What makes more money? That could have been Bud's, at that time, I think his second pay-per-view. Because he didn't have had the first one that tanked. Right? And when I tell you these dudes be straight kamikaze, hey, that would have made Bob Arum a lot more money. Then he gets in there with Jeff Horn, dominates him, right? Later on, what does Bob Arum say? The amount of money I lost on Bud Crawford, I could have bought a house in Beverly Hills. And this is after he killed the Manny Pacquiao fight. So now you want to talk about how you lost money with Bud? Now here's my point with that. We looked at Bud like, yo, what's going on with you, bro? You gonna let him say that? Do y'all remember what Bud said? Oh, yeah, I forgot. You see, I don't want to talk about this. I don't want to resurrect stupid stuff. But he said it. And this goes along with the point where these fighters say stupid stuff all the time. Because I'd much rather talk Bud up. But again, like all these fighters, I don't have to lie on them. Did Bud not tell us, you don't know Bob Arum's heart? Meaning, fall back, guys. You don't know his heart. Excuse me? Do y'all remember that? Do y'all remember that? He said, you don't know his heart. I'm like, we absolutely know his heart. You're ignoring what's in front of you, dude. He killed your biggest fight in the world. The fight that was supposed to launch you. Then he's talking about he losing money on you, and you the best fighter in the world. Meanwhile, he hasn't seen anything like that in reference to Lomachenko since Ali and Sugar Ray Leonard. And this was after his first professional fight. He gets the Ali Leonard treatment. Meanwhile, you got Bud. And then when you ask that little Lomachenko dude, what does he say? Bud is number one pound for pound. So you got Loma saying it, Mikey Garcia saying it, half the world is saying it, and you don't even get Manny Pacquiao. He sends him to Australia to fight Jeff Horn and get beat. Think about that. But we don't know his heart. I think you don't know his heart. Not 86 in that super chat. He says, salute Drew and salute to the mighty LDBC. Salute to you, good brother. Thank you so much. And then that's when we started looking at Bud strange. Like, bro, you nice in the ring, but what's going on with you? But fast forward to the rigmarole. The lawsuit is launched. And he's suing Bob for racial discrimination. You remember that? You remember that? And we was like, all right, Bud, yeah. You're waking up now. Right? You remember that? And then, white media can't contain themselves because they jump online and they start saying stuff like this. When did Bud join the LDBC? Never. Bud don't deal with us. He's never been on any of our shows. Bud don't deal with us. He knows who we are. Matter of fact, Wilder Fury 3, Bernie recognized me in the MGM. He said, yo, don't I know you? I said, I don't know. I knew who he was. I wanted to see what he was going to say. But he came friendly. He said, didn't you used to work with that guy Fanon? I said, yeah. He said, oh, what up, man? We dapped it up. We talking. I told y'all the story. I ain't going to go back, BFTB, said what he said to him. And he act like he wasn't, he act like he didn't hear him. But whatever. No malice. Me and Bernie had a great conversation. And that was before, I asked him, I said, y'all really gonna pursue the Sean Porter fight? He says, yeah, we trying to get that done, yada, yada, yada. But my point is, as soon as Bud stands on his business and said the magic word, racial discrimination, which is exactly what it was, all of a sudden, he's part of the LDBC. You know what this is right here? We are the voice. We're going to say the things that are not popular, but it's correct. Don't call me a race beta. Don't call us a race beta. Prove it's not race. Because everything I said so far leads up to that. In reference to Bud and his treatment. But you knuckle draggers are so quick to cut down Errol. And I'm going to show you why that's stupid. Another reason, because he said something so damn dumb. Yeah, Bernie, Thomas. I ain't tell you that story? That happened. That happened. Bernie recognized me at the MGM, and we had a good conversation. It's all good. Bernie cool. Bernie mad cool. But that's further proof that people know who we are. And I got genuine love for Bud. But I had a problem with how he was moving. And I said, to cut down Errol is stupid for more than one reason, and I explained it. First of all, Errol made the fight, and Bud said that, bro. Al ain't make the fight. Errol went around he went around not a whole lot of red tape. He went around all the red tape. He ran around all the red tape and made the fight. And that's it. So to cut him down just tells me that Bud is just simply mad that he feels his star power didn't go through the roof. He feels sort of like how Tim Bradley felt. Oh, I got one on Manny Pacquiao. They're going to respect me. No, you was met with racist letters and death threats. That's what he was met with. And that's why he looked the way he did against Ruzin Pavatnikov. He was supposed to box his face in, but he's in there mixing it up to prove that he's a warrior. You didn't need to do that, man. All you did was make yourself look silly. But Max Kellerman and Jim Lampley loved it. They called you the warrior, didn't they? When they're starting to call you the Black Gaddy, abandoned ship. That is not what you want to be called. And God bless him. I think he was deleted by his wife. But if Gaddy was around right now, you can't tell me that he wouldn't have some CTE effects. Because I don't know how he wasn't talking slow when he was around. But anyway, Bud got a chip on his shoulder, man. And like I told y'all before, when your mama tells you that you're not ish from birth, oh yeah, you're going to be walking around feeling some kind of way. I get it. I never went through that. But I could look at him and tell. He's fighting with a chip on his shoulder. That's why he's so deadly in the ring. And if that keeps him straight and narrow and in the gym and focused, then that's what it is. Because I love what he brings into the ring. I love what Bud Crawford brings to the ring. No exceptions. But I know where this attitude comes from. And all I'm saying is I'm calling him out on the nonsense. What he said about Earl was nonsense, and it was disrespectful. The fight don't happen if it wasn't for your brother, Errol Spence, Bud. And he said that on more than one occasion. So Bud fans, don't lie. He said it. You don't think, he didn't think Al, he didn't think Bud. Turkey wasn't even around like that back then. He thanked Errol. Now the Hall of Fame situation, it was stupid. It was stupid. Bottom line, I'm not going to revisit that. Go look at my video. It was stupid. Errol Spence is a Hall of Famer, like it or not. Fans, y'all done changed around the criteria of the Hall of Fame. There ain't no criteria. It used to be your accomplishments in the ring. Now y'all factoring in pay-per-view sales, Instagram followers, and all this other weird stuff. Y'all did this. And y'all gonna live with it. I've seen pound for pound lists where they factor in seat sales. It's the most ridiculous thing I've ever seen. But remember, y'all did this. And y'all gonna live with these consequences. You see Dana White now in boxing? Y'all did this. And you're gonna live with the consequences. I don't care. I said this fucker need to burn last year, and I'm getting my wish. Either you're gonna perform or you're gonna quit. I don't care what y'all do. I love boxing. I'm going to be watching regardless. I'm not pocket watching. I hope you guys know how to balance a checkbook. Y'all not talking to y'all OGs. Y'all don't even pay homage to your OGs. Even the OGs that goofed up their bag. I talk to fighters that at least they've touched at least $5 million in their career. And they're living with relatives now. You need to go talk to them. You didn't even respect them. When I'm talking to fighters and they're saying, oh, I never watched Marvin Hagler, that's a problem for more than one reason. The first thing you do is you need to be talking to these guys to find out how do you not fumble your bag and what to do to solidify yourself to make yourself legendary if you even care. But when you're listening to guys like Floyd Mayweather saying, hey man, belts are for collecting dust, they don't pay the bills. Yeah, there's maybe some truth to that. But there's a way you can get a bag and become legendary in the process. Because what does Floyd say? I've beaten more world champions than any fighter walking the face of the earth. But belts don't mean nothing, but you beat world champions. But belts don't mean nothing, but you beat world champions. But belts don't mean... Man, shut up! If you don't shut up! He's been a walking contradiction. But me being on code, I never called him out on it until recently. Y'all run behind these dudes and you start saying what he says, it doesn't help the sport, but you don't like the sport. You like him. This is why I call y'all dudes suspect. I call y'all pillow biters. What do you think all these sound bites is about, man?
Miguel!
What do you think all these sound bites are for?
What are you, a homo?
Get out my sport. You guys wave pom-poms. You guys do splits. You at top of the pyramid wearing mini skirts while the Miguels of the world are looking up your skirt. I'm a man. I'm a man. You're not. Go ahead, California love. And if I miss you in the chat, know that I love you. I'm just cooking right now. Bud says a lot of stupid stuff. And I wish he wouldn't do that. That's what I'm saying. I love the brother. But I wish he would just stop doing this. And I'm holding his feet to the flames. You know what? Nobody holds Tyson Fury's feet to the flames. Not his own people, and not anybody in the UK. Well, you know what? Let me be clear. A lot of people in the UK hold his feet to the flames. A lot of people do. They get drowned out, though. We're over here in America. As a matter of fact, a bulk of people, when they're talking about black fighters in America, the LDBC pops up. I love when a lot of non-blacks say, oh, yeah, you're racist. Yeah, we're racist. Everything we say, prove it's not. And I love when these niggas come around here, these disgusting, crotch-smelling niggas, like to call us Wakandans and stuff. You're a coward. 80% of your platform is built off of disrespecting us. All of you niggas. Malakoon, Afro Smurf, that 4'11" nigga, all of these niggas. Then you got the other niggas that walk around here with their eyes bucking out their head. Press run if you stole it, looking ass. Y'all just collecting checks and y'all not pointing out the discrepancies in here. And what I'm telling you is that y'all not helping Bud. No problem, California. Y'all not helping Bud at all. Because what's going to happen is what always happens. They don't love you like you think. They just waiting for you to trip up inside the ring or outside the ring. And that's when they get you. That's when they get you. You can have a misfortune outside the ring, and then they coming for you. You can have a mishap in the ring. Let's say Bud fights Canelo, and it's a tough fight, and now Bud's eye hanging out his head. And he's like, yeah, you know, I don't know what happened. He was a little stronger than I thought. And then boom, I'm just saying for an example, and boom, Canelo pops again. You know what's going to happen? They're going to treat Bud like how they treat everybody else. Like how they treated brother Deontay. Oh, how do you know? I don't know. It was only a billionth of clenbuterol this time. I mean, what are you talking about? It was, Canelo said he ate some more bad meat. I don't know, bud. I mean, you couldn't block those body shots. You got hit upside the head. I don't know. Yeah, but you're going to have to deal with that. and we are going to be here doing what we do. Hold on. He popped. I don't want to talk about nothing else. And then that's when these niggas be looking for an LDBC. And then when they say they don't, oh, I don't need you. All right, cool. Do this shit yourself. Because it's bigger than these fighters. I'm doing it out of principle. There was a black murderer's row, like it or not. But the way you new kids think, it's like, yeah, you know, I love the Coco Kid, but these other dudes, nah. No, idiot, dummy. All y'all in the same boat. You don't get it. You don't get it. They're just waiting for Bud to trip up. That's why I wish he would shut up. Stop saying this stupid stuff. Stop saying it. Now, here's why I'm doing this live this morning. And dude, if you're in the chat, let me know, because I will drop you a link, because I want to have a conversation with you. I ain't going to be all day with this. I put up a post Friday. Wait, not what the fuck? This ain't it. My bad. I put up a post Friday. Give me a second. I put this up for Coach Hudson because he didn't see it. And if you're seeing this for the first time, Budrick went down to Dubai after he got away from Bob Arum and Top Rank and everything. And he was looking for a deal. He was exploring his options. I ain't got no problem, right, with him exploring his options. He deserves it. And Coach Hudson, he said he never saw the picture. So I have the picture. I have a better picture of this, but I have the picture. It's on my hard drive. I couldn't find it, but Main Biker sent it to me. He found it because they really scrubbed the internet of this. It's hard to find this apparently. And he went to. This is a picture of Bud in Dubai. Y'all remember the video when he was in the ocean? Talk about where you at, Arrow? We out here looking for fish. With your bitch ass. Remember that? Remember that video? I have that video. Well, he was in Dubai. He was down there, not for Tyson Fury, because Tyson Fury just so happened to be there. He was down there talking to Daniel Kinahan. Daniel Kinahan, who owned MTK Global. Now has white media, ESPN, Fox, anybody, have they even anywhere? Do y'all know who Daniel Kinahan even is? Who told you about this guy? Art Hostage told me. Art Hostage, I was somewhere and I just saw him talking about Daniel Kinahan because I started doing research. And he was on another show talking about him, and I reached out to him and I brought him on the show. Y'all remember Art Hostage? Salute to him. He got the European gangster shook over there. Y'all know they pretty much dragged him out of his house and arrested him, right? He's out now, but he started putting stuff together and blowing people up, blowing their spots up. And they literally went into his house and seized his computers. I'm just bringing y'all up to speed. But he's okay now. Has American media mentioned, was there ever one mention about Daniel Kinahan? Have you seen it on ESPN? Have you seen it on C-SPAN or CNN? You haven't seen it. But he exists. That's him. That's his picture. MTK Global. There's documentaries on this guy. He's for real. He is for real. He is for real. And what he did was he rounded up a lot of UK fighters. He stole fighters from Barry McGuigan. You know the legendary boxer Barry McGuigan? Stole all his fighters. And this dude is the Suge Knight of boxing. I'm dead serious. He got bodies. This is the guy that Mauricio Suleiman told us, hey, you know, I judge him for what he do for boxing, and I'm not Interpol, I'm not the FBI. I judge him for what he do now. Remember that? That fat white racist, hashtag boxing. That motherfucker. I went down in the Dubai and I had lunch with Daniel Kennedy. Nigga, you had lunch how many times? I'm going to McDonald's. We just came from McDonald's, man. We ain't been through drive-thru. Hashtag eat. That bastard. I don't even want to say his name this morning. Nasty fuckers. They were all down there blowing this guy, right? Literally 1 week later, America put a $5 million bounty on his head. And what is Mauricio Suleiman's response? Oops, I made a mistake. Bob Arum down there taking pictures with him. Oh, I'm gonna cooperate with the American law. I'm gonna cooperate. Now you want to cooperate? He had all of this going on. And by the way, Tyson Fury right now cannot fly into the United States of America because of his dealings with Daniel Kennedy. Right now. Right now. But right before all of that happened, Bud took this picture with Tyson Fury and was down there talking with Daniel Kennedy. And what did Drew do? I said, no! Anywhere but there. Y'all remember this? Was I cutting Bud down, or was I saying no? This is coming from a place of concern, brother. And you know what I did? I said, yo, does anybody on his team even know what he's doing? This is where the team comes in. Hey, bro, before you go down there, you know about this guy? Before you go down there, Bud, do you know about this guy? This is where the team comes in. Who's asleep at the wheel? That's what I said about the PBC. Wilder Fury 2, I come home and look at the post-fight, Larry Merchant on the couch. I'm like, what's he doing there? Who's asleep at the wheel? And that had me looking at Al Heyman strange. Like, yo, bro, you paying attention? Are you for yo, listen, here's the bottom line with Al. We put a coat on him that didn't fit. Do you know that? He was doing good for boxing, and he had boxing on multiple channels, and all the fighters were happy. He was black, so we protected him. The attacks that he fell under was ridiculous. Y'all remember all of that? He fell under a lot of scrutiny. I'm like, man, no. Y'all attacking him because he's black. It was clear. The racist emails, and we got in a protection mode. And then what happened to Deontay happened on his watch. And I'm like, what the fuck? No, he didn't have nobody to protect him from that. Nobody. And then Larry Merchant is sitting on the couch talking about bye-bye Miss American Pie. If this is the last that we've seen, and no offense, of the great black hope, who let him in? And Sean Porter sitting there with all his teeth out his mouth, looking like the alien, chasing Sigourney Weaver up the block, smiling and shit. I'm like, yo, you didn't hear what he said? That's when I stopped fucking with Sean Porter, right there. Listen, I'm too old, bro. I can't go backwards. If you niggas can't peep game, I'm not helping you. You have parents for that. You have parents for that. And if you can't peep it, I'm not helping you. I ain't got to raise you. And if I'm bringing it to your attention and because you're just frustrated because someone's telling you what it is, fine. If you want to attack me, fine. I'll let you go. Because you're going to have your nigga wake-up call. That shit that Quentin Rampage Jackson did, that shit was corny. And I hope he gets his head knocked off. He don't mind. He was over there fighting a bunch of juiced up roid freaks in Japan under duress because he had to. Either fight or show Kazuki's gonna rip your neck out. And you mad because Devin's a boss over here. And he fought a dude that got caught. And you justifying the racist. You's a hater, dude. No code. None. And when Bud did this, I was like, no, brother. He got $1 million team around him. No one knew who Daniel Kennedy was. No one told him. How about this? Before you go do business with someone, do research. Because he's not hard to find. Oh, yeah, this guy got a company. Let me Google him real quick. Oh, what's this? Whoa. Because at this time, he wasn't even allowed in Ireland. He got chased out of there. And you going down there to talk to him? What are you going to say you didn't know? What happens when you, I don't know. Oh, this is the perfect example. And I've said this before. Brothers, you go to a club, the club says 25 and over. You meet a girl in there, you take her home, now the police at your door 3 days later. Oh yeah, you banged her, yeah, she was 16. Huh? Yup, get your hands behind your back. Huh? Oh, you're done. Now you're at bookings. You're like, yo, I didn't know she was 16. Ignorance is not an excuse. Yeah, but the club was 25 and older. So what? Because the security at the door failed, you was not supposed to. Sorry, but not sorry. You did it. You see? Ignorance is not an excuse. Literally right here and there in this picture, somebody could have kicked the door and sprayed the whole room. Then what? You know what would have happened if that happened? I don't know why they shot Fury. I don't know why they shot everyone, but Bud, that would be weird how Bud Crawford's there and all of a sudden bullets is flying. You know, these American block guys, they would blame Bud for that. That's why I said Bud has no business over there talking to this dude. But I know you ignorant American niggas, y'all don't know who Daniel Kennedy is unless you came to my channel. On top of that, Tyson Fury is friendly with Scottish gangsters. I did a video on that. Do y'all pay attention? I ain't got to lie on anybody. That video when he was, I think he may have been in France somewhere. And he got drunk in public again. And he was kicking the cab. The cab said, nah, I ain't putting this 6'9", 300-pound boxer in my damn tiny ass cab. And Uber bounced on him. He went to kick the goddamn cab. Drunk in public again. And then he says, nah, I'm gonna get right. And he's jogging with this dude. I'm like, who's this dude? Come to find out, this guy was a Scottish gangster. I'm like, man, this dude don't stop. And no one says anything. Bud over there taking pictures with him, looking for a deal. So I put this up for Coach Hudson, right? So he could see it, right? And I scroll down here, and this dude named Bama Boy. He says Wilder shook his hand and hugged him in Dubai. Now, Bama, if you in my chat, make yourself known. Because this is the part where I drop the link for you specifically and we have a conversation. I'm going to tell you why you niggas is making me sick right now. Number one, I put that picture up so Coach Hudson could see it. And I'm talking about holding mine accountable. My brothers and sisters accountable. What the fuck did Deontay have to do with anything that I was talking about? They were in Dubai for two different reasons. And I'm going to explain it since you late to the party. You know what it is? He's not late. He's not late. This dude is an op. This dude is the epitome of public enemy. This dude is why we can never move forward as a collective. This is why. What the fuck did Deontay Wilder have to do with anything that was going on in this picture? Tell me, Bama. Tell me, Bama. And we don't deal with clowns here. So Omar Amp, eat a dick between 2 slices of bread. You're gone. Your mama's washed. Because I washed her. She flossed her teeth with my pubic hair. I throated her so bad I knocked the teeth out. That's how hard the erection is. Ask her. You would think I knocked her teeth out with a hammer. No, that was my dick. References furnished upon request. Ask that bitch. Make another account. Bring your ass back. Get my views up, punk. Anyway, Bama. Bama 80. Pull up. I ain't gonna be long. I'm gonna give you 30 minutes. What the hell does Deontay have to do with the point I'm making here? Huh? You've been around since 2015, dude. You know better than this. You know better than this. He shook hands with Fury in Dubai. Let me remind y'all, for those of you dick watching me, let me remind y'all the reason why. First of all, Deontay Wilder was invited to Dubai. Bud just went. That's the difference right there. That's number one. Number two, he went to go speak to a Saudi prince over in Dubai. Doing business. I remember because I knew before all of you niggas. You know why? You know how I knew? Guess who told me? Who do you think told me he was about to go there? I knew before it even hit the internet. How do you think I found out? The only 2 people that knew was definitely 78 and me. And guess who told me? Just take a wild guess who told me. Put his name in the chat. Thank you, Copper. I knew before all you niggas. I said, word? They getting into boxing? He said, yup. I said, damn. What's going on over there? He said, something big. And this is before I knew about Riyadh season, before all you niggas. I didn't even know the name of it. But he said the Saudi prince got a bag, a real bag. And they reached out to Deontay. Come on down. And he flew out there. So he was invited. Bud just went. Bama. He just went. He was looking for a deal with the wrong dude. Deontay was giving a deal. He was given a deal from the right person. There's your difference. And I was still concerned about Bud. I'm like, nobody's telling him that this dude is not right. Nobody. His team failed him. And thank God nothing happened to him. Because that was my concern about the brother, Bud Crawford. Want me to keep going? I will. The handshake. See, a lot of you first 48 niggas, I know you motherfuckers will be in jail. That was the handshake heard around the world. Let me play it for you again, because you motherfuckers in your feelings. I'm going to play it again.
Bombzquad! Round 4, guys? Round 4? Deontay, round 4 with Tyson?
Most definitely. Now, 2 things happened after people saw that. First of all, a bunch of you niggas went crazy. Oh, why is he doing that? I would never shake his hand. What would you have done? Let me tell you what would have happened. If he ignored him, they'd be like, oh my God, you're a sore loser, Deontay. Oh my God. It'd have been on ESPN. Deontay Wilder snubs Tyson Fury. He's still mad that he lost. Well, I think he lost 3 times, not 2 times, but 3 times. And it's just a testament to people being sore losers. It had been a 3-hour stream on ESPN. They'd have got Stephen A. Snitch. I mean, come on. Come on, Deontay. You just lost. You just lost, Deontay. Just suck it up. Just take your loss like a man. I can hear it now. But he handled that situation like a professional. You know why? Deontay was there on business. You know why Tyson Fury was there? Bama 80, Bumpkin 80. You know why he was there? Fury was there because Tommy Fury was fighting Jake Paul that night. His brother was fighting Jake Paul that night. That's why Fury was there. Deontay didn't even know about the fight because he don't follow his ass. Especially if it's Tommy Fury, he don't follow his ass. He didn't know about the fight. He didn't know Tyson was going to be there. He didn't know. He wasn't there for any of that. He was there for his personal business. So how are you supposed to act? Oh, I get it. He was supposed to get all nigga on him. Oh yeah, what up? What up, Tyson? Boom, hit him with a closed fist. What you think would have happened? Because I read that. A lot of niggas would say, oh man, I'd have snuffed him. Yeah, you'd have snuffed him? Can you imagine what the headlines would have read? Oh, American black champion, Alabama born. Can't beat him in a ring, so snuffs him outside the ring. Take his money, suspend him. He should never fight again. That's what you would have done? That's what you would have done. You first 48 niggas. That's what you would have done. In a Muslim country, I don't even know what the penalty is. But these guys invite you over there for some 20, 27, $30 million fight deal to talk to you about it, fly you out and show you hospitality, and you're going to violate their rules? He'd probably still be in prison. What? What do you guys, you have no home training. You have no home training. None. Do you know, let's say it's an assault case. I've seen a lot of like bad assault cases. Do you know who's in the courtroom? The family and friends of both parties, the plaintiffs and the defendants. Man, y'all don't know. One side of the room they'll be for the plaintiff. The other side of the room will be for the defendant. Families and friends in there. And don't let it be a murder case. Everybody's on 10. And when you leave the courtroom, people are going to the train, people are calling Ubers and cabs and everything else, but everyone's right outside. Some of them know each other. What happens if you go over there and think, yeah, that's Shorty's cousin over there, yo, this is all his fault? But what happens if you amp up on somebody outside a courtroom? What happens if you go back to the block and do something? You guys have no self-control, but you know what it is? It's not that. I'm going to tell you what it is. This mentality, with this conversation that I had with Bama 80, this is the same mentality that you niggas said with Devin Haney. Oh, yeah, if Ryan did what they said he did to me, when I seen Ryan in the street, it'd have been on. Oh, why didn't Devin do something when he saw Ryan? You know, when he walked out or wherever he was walking out of, didn't even give no eye contact, got into the car and left. Y'all want Devin to crash out. When he had that collapse in judgment at the fair. With that Ryan fan. Then he does something that's out of his nature. All of a sudden, oh, pillow fist. He couldn't even knock out a civilian. You know why? He had a change of heart as soon as he let that punch fly. Now, if he stood there and fought, you think that kid would have beat him? Hell no. You know what would have been? You know what would have happened? Devin would have been in jail, and that kid would have been a millionaire. That's what would have happened. Y'all want these brothers to crash out. That's why 98% of you guys have these strong-ass opinions, and you don't even show your face. A lot of you are black. You ain't my brother. You's a nigga. You's a scumbag. Deontay did right. Dap it up with him. And I don't care if you piss off the moolies, the knuckle draggers, the monkeys. I don't care if you pissed them off. These are the first 48 niggas. You hit Fury, now what? I don't care. Tay Jones in the building. I don't care. Piss them off. They don't buy fights anyway. They stream shit. They say they love you. I've been to how many Deontay fights? Live. I think 2. But I bought every last one of them. Even the ones I went to, I bought. I was in the building and I paid for it in the house. In my pop's house. What? So you can piss off the moolies, they ain't nothing. Because you know what matters? How white America treats you, how white media, because that's what these moolies listen to. And when they say something, just like when Mike Kaplan just say something and you believe it, Steve Kung Fu Kim and you believe it, douchebag Fisher and you believe it, but then we'll have the same information from the same people and y'all gotta check your references. Because it's us. You niggas been lost. So instead he daps it up and he shows class. And what you niggas don't know, Bama 80, you probably know because you were around. That outfit that Deontay had on, that outfit, well, I'll have you look. I'll show it to you again. I'll show it to you again. Peep the outfit.
Bombzquad! Round 4, guys. Round 4. Deontay, round 4 with Tyson. Almost ever.
That outfit, that same day. Who remembers when he did the live with 78, that same day? He had on that same outfit. You wanna know why that's important? Because it was with that outfit, he said, during the interview with 78, he said, they just informed me about everything that Team Fury did to me. I know what happened. I know what happened. And everything I said that happened was 100% correct. You think he's cool with Fury? You think he let that go? Hell no. Hell no. Deontay conducted himself like a complete gentleman and a professional. That's what he did. And you niggas is too stupid. Y'all wouldn't even crash out like that. Y'all want this brother under the present. Y'all want him retired. Y'all wanted him dead. That dent he got inside of his head is because he was cheating. By a cheater who has a record of cheating. He was cheating long before he got in the ring with Deontay. And again, this guy's not allowed in the United States of America. ESPN has not said that not one time. I did. And I told y'all to look it up. You think I'm lying? And where the fuck is MTK Global now? Daniel Kinahan's boxing company. It's gone. Josh Taylor got jammed up in all of that stuff. A lot of fighters got jammed up in all of that stuff. It's gone. And he has a $5 million bounty on his head. And Bud's down in Dubai. Proud of all of that. Talking to him. And I knew this guy was messed up. I was concerned. Was you concerned? No. But you want to bring Deontay's handshake up with Tyson Fury. Bud over there looking for money. With the wrong guy. With an Irish mobster. A cartel leader. Bud over there talking to him. Deontay was invited and flown out by the Prince of Saudi. And it just so happened to be on the weekend that Tommy Fury was facing Jake Paul. That's why Tyson Fury was there. And Deontay 100% conducted himself like a gentleman. And as a matter of fact, that was the most calm you've seen Tyson Fury in public. Why isn't the conversation, hey Fury, Wilder done accused you of all of this stuff. Why are you shaking his hand? You know what Fury didn't know? That Deontay would be the gentleman. And he would display self-control. You ever thought of that? No, you niggas can't think past your hood. You're throwing up gang signs. Everybody got a secret handshake. I see it every day. Pound, finger movement, wag your tongue and smack each other on the ass, and then it's a 5-minute handshake. Like, what are these kids doing? You niggas are corny. Shelton, my brother in that super chat, much love. He says, Mayate! Inside joke, if you know, you know. Eric Jordan in that super chat. He said, ain't rest for Miguel. These goddamn Congo monkeys are sellout. They get the bukkake.
Bukkake.
Yeah, we got another moolie to get out of here. Jackass 05. JA05, Jackass 05. Your mother's all teeth. Bad job. I couldn't even finish. Anyway, back to Bama 80. All right, that's probably him. Look what he says. What did I say disrespectful towards Wilder? The brother lives an hour away from me. What the fuck? Dude, I didn't ask where you live. What does that mean? Oh, you rep Alabama. Yeah, so why the hell are you bringing them up when I'm talking about Bud, stupid? What the hell does that even mean? He says even EJ called out Wilder for shaking hands with hugging Tyson. Now, mind you, this was a Bud Crawford post. And there you have it right there. Even EJ called out Wilder. Now, what do I always say? Oh, now he's a Bud Dick Rider. Now, not mind you, y'all. How many times you've heard me use that term Bud Dick Rider? Prior to today, when did you ever heard me say that? You see, BFTB don't pull no punches with y'all. I'm very lenient. I tried not to do that, but I'm coming to find out that a lot of you Bud fans, you are dick riders. For you to even bring up Deontay Wilder when I'm making a point about Bud is disgusting. And it's disgusting because he lives an hour away from you. That's disgusting, stupid. Dumbass. And what does EJ have to do with any of this? Oh, EJ is Bud's best win. You're proving my point. It wasn't becoming undisputed at 40. It was EJ. You brought up EJ as a means of deflection. Bama, dude, let me tell you something. I used to debate for a living. I'm not the one you want to do this with. That's why your ass is not in the chat right now. You're watching. And you're a coward, dude. You're a coward. You're a coward. You're an absolute coward. This is a teachable moment for you. And I wanted you to pull up so I could show you something. All these other niggas running around wanting to debate me. No. You're not my equal. You're not. You niggas is doing it for clicks and views because you're a girl. You just screaming. There's nothing wrong. The garbage is taken out. There's no dishes in the sink. The mortgage is paid 5 months up. The lights on, the gas on. And you're sitting there like, what are we going to argue about now? Bitch, nothing. Nothing. There's nothing to talk about. Niggas on here on YouTube just like the sound of their own voice. No. I make my point and I get off this motherfucker. My point comes from, my opinions come from the facts presented. I did not want my brother, Bud Crawford in Dubai, talking to an Irish mobster. What the fuck did Deontay have to do with anything that I was talking about? What? A handshake? For what? He conducted himself like a gentleman. And it still didn't matter. Because you niggas like, oh, I wouldn't have shook his hand. Yeah, there you go, you faggot ass nigga. Click the link. And you see, I'm gonna show y'all something else. Oh, thank you, main biker, in that super chat. Much love. I'm gonna show you something else. I'm gonna show you something else. You see this right here? You see this right here? You know what this is? I'm gonna tell you what this is. When they start putting smiley faces in there, you know what this is? He's uncomfortable. He has nothing to add. But I could be wrong. Click the link. And I got shit to do. You got 20 minutes. Let's have this conversation. Because I got your conversation up here. You've been watching the whole time. I know you got sweat beads on your forehead and all kinds of shit going on. Pull up. Pull up. $19 minutes. I'm on the schedule. Let's get it. That's for him only. That's not for anybody else. If you're not clicking the link, I'm going to keep on cooking. So this clown, and salute to Diana Branch, she was trying to talk sense to this dude. Brother Reef was in there. Nigga, pull up. I ain't reading all of this. Yeah, at work. You type it. You type it. Click the link. Click the link. You type it. Thank you, main biker. You was messaged 19 minutes ago, bro. These first 48 ass niggas. Steve L, salute. I'm making a point about Bud out of concern. He's bringing up Deontay out of what? For what? Wait, before I go any further, Bama 80, since you're not going to click the link, how old are you? Salute, coach. Coach, you there?
Peace, brother. Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you. I can hear you.
Man, boy, you cooking this morning.
I'm on one.
Listen, man, I never saw that photo. Man, I appreciate it. I didn't know that was going on, but you know, I've been disappointed in Bud a few times. But what I want to ask is, what is it in some of you brothers that make you feel that you need to defend your enemy? That make you feel you need to, like, what is it inside of you to make you say, well, Wilder shook his hand, so everything is okay? I can tell by the way some of you talk, you've never been to a boxing event where it's a whole section of another race calling our fighter the N-word. I can tell none of you have been in New York when there's a fighter, one of our fighters fighting a European, and they're calling us all types of names and jumping on.
Hold on, coach. Check this out. I went to Lomachenko versus Rigondeaux. And Rigondeaux's Cuban, but he black.
Right.
Bro, it was in the Hulu Theater. I ain't even gonna tell you what the atmosphere was, bro. I'm looking around like, Jesus Christ. It was bad. It was bad. It was kind of hard for me to focus, bro. because I was getting angry, and I'm not Cuban, but I'm black.
Right.
And they were very disrespectful.
Yeah, and
You know what I mean?
it gets real disrespectful at these events, and you get these brothers that come on YouTube, they come on social media, and now let me show you how at the end of the day they're gonna make sure that everybody is on code with their narrative. Now, after the Boots fight, I watched the whole thing. I watched the press conference before with Sergio Mora and the other reporters. And what I realized at first, I was like, man, why is Sergio Moro why is he not talking? Why is his face so tight? So at first I'm thinking he was hating on Boots. When I went back and watched the fight, what I realized is when Sergio said that Boots looked like the Matrix and it was silent for a good about 20 seconds, I honestly believe that they said something to him. They said something to that man like, hey, we don't say that. That's not part of the narrative. Because after the fight, Sergio didn't say anything. There's a point, if you go back and watch,
He looked miserable, didn't he?
He looked pissed off. And I'm like, yeah, they done pulled him to the side and let him know, like, no, we don't do that here. And this cognitive dissonance that some of you have, there's a quote. It says that cognitive dissonance will override your critical thinking when a coward is triggered.
There you go.
Some of you decide to use this hypocrisy anytime it's time to defend your people. I don't know if you think that if you assimilate to others that they're gonna bring you in. You will never. The only time you're gonna be used is when you're going against another brother. Once they're done with that, once they're done with you and they're done with getting that brother out the way, they're booing you again. The last time Shakur Stevenson got a big applause from everybody in the arena is when he jumped in the ring after Haney beat Loma and said that Loma won. Ever since then, they've been booing him, calling him a runner, and disrespecting him. They just showed Sergio that he better be on code. But it's like some of you brothers don't get it. The reason why right now some of our children are approached by other people's children and feel like they can boss them around and they can bully them and they can punk them is because of you weak, spineless, coward Negroes who in the sport right now defend the crap you shouldn't be defending. They don't give a damn about you, but you all stand up. Y'all the first ones, and that's why you all make me sick, because at these events, you can feel the tension. You can feel the racial tension in the building. If you were around the Floyd versus Conor McGregor fight, man, it was about to be a war in that building. If you were around, if you ever been to Vegas and you've been where a Hispanic fighter is fighting a black fighter, there are always racial fights at these things because it's built on that. Boxing was built on tribalism and race. So some of you weak, spineless brothers get up here talking about, well, let's just keep it boxing. Let's just keep it boxing. Boxing is built on that. This is one of the only sports where your man from your community can say, with my skill and my hard work on an equal playing field, I can beat you. And then you all act like you don't see the hypocrisies. When anytime now it's all this talk about nepotism. Now it's all this talk about well is it a problem with black fathers being in the lives of their sons when they're a fighter? Now that you have the Bill Haneys and you have the Norman Juniors and you have the Mason family coming up. When Danny Garcia's father was there, when Tyson Fury's spineless father was there acting a fool at every press conference, it wasn't a problem. Now all of a sudden it's a problem. Boots could not even enjoy his win enough for them to be like, well, what's next? Well, did you duck this person? You all don't do that to anybody else. But it's hard to defend our people. It's hard to defend American boxing, period, when we got to deal with our own brothers who sit up here and you got to fight with them first. You all make me sick.
Cook, brother, exactly.
Make me sick.
You guys are the reason we can't move forward. And I've come to terms with that. I ain't got no problem with Bronny James and the NBA. I have no problem with that. Now y'all want to talk about nepotism. I don't want to hear it. Stop. I don't want to hear it. Shut up. Shut up.
Facts.
I don't want to hear it.
Facts. And as a people, what we need to start doing is, what I'm starting to realize is we're such a loving people. When they are under attack, all the media that's buddy and friendly with everybody else, when the pressure builds, they want to go be around somebody in the LDBC, because if something breaks out, they want to be around somebody that's going to have their back. So they can't sit up here and act like they don't know what's going on.
You know what, Coach? Let me tell you something, and this is something we don't really talk about, but this is a true story. After Wilder Fury 3, we was in Vegas. We was walking from the T-Mobile. Deontay has a sister, right? And, you know, she was with some of her girlfriends, and they were just walking. And I'm like, it's a possibility that people know who she is. And we didn't want her getting harassed. So the LDBC was walking with her. There was like 10 of us.
Look at that.
There was like 10 of us. And we all walked in a pack, and people were getting the fuck out our way. Ask BFTB. That's a true story. Ask Focus Ball, Black Martial Arts Society. We were all walking with her. And she didn't ask. We said, oh, Deontay's sister. He's like, you know what? Somebody might know who she is, and we don't want one of these drunk ass dudes. And there was a lot of like Irish people and Europeans in there. And we was like, you know what? We don't know where she's going, but let's walk with her until she get there. And that's what we did.
And that's the
That's
biggest
called family.
fear.
That's a village, you idiots. Dumbasses. And we just chose to do. We instinctively did that. Instinctively. She didn't ask. That's a village. Something that you niggas don't know about.
No, they don't.
Stupid asses. Dumbasses.
They
I'm
don't
not
know.
talking about, I wasn't even supposed to be talking about this. Why would the Bama 80? Why are you bringing up Deontay? In a handshake in Dubai when I'm making a point about Bud. You love Bud that much? And I know you on that type of time because you brought up EJ. Guess what? Bud don't get EJ if it ain't for EJ. How about that? Al didn't do it. And Bob Arum didn't do it. EJ did it. Now what? And what do? You tear down a dude that lives an hour away from you. What does that mean? Stupid.
I wouldn't even admit to that.
You see what I'm saying? Just speak your shit to this dude in silence.
I would be embarrassed to be from Alabama and say anything against Deontay Wilder.
This is wild, bro. This is some wild ass work. Man,
And all that.
said, I'm sorry, bro. Go ahead. What'd you say?
All that man does is defend your people, stand up for you, rep Alabama, and you get on here and then you admit, well, he lives an hour away from me. What kind of black man are you?
Bro, he probably fuck around. He probably not even black. I'm not even giving it. If these niggas ain't on here showing their face, I'm not even giving them that anymore. These guys are the ops.
Hey, Drew, let me tell you, this is how I know it's a cultural, I don't know what's going on, but I know when we was growing up, if you went out with your family and something happened and you didn't do nothing, let me tell you, when you got back, that was your behind.
Yep.
And
That's right.
A lot of them, hey, we might fight in the house, but you're not about to jump on one of my own. And I realize that spirit is not instilled in a lot of these people.
It's not. Don't listen. That's how I was in my neighborhood growing up. If we go somewhere in the group and the group get back and they say, yo, man, some cats jumped on us and that nigga ran, then we jumping on you. What you running for? Did you at least run and get some help? Asshole. Main Biker says, just like they shut Andre Ward up when he said that was a long count. Yo, Coach, Wilder Fury 3, I didn't notice because I was there in the building. But when I watched the replay, when Fury in round 4 got that long count, Andre Ward said that was an extremely long count from the ref. And then you hear Lennox Lewis says, yeah, that was a long count, because the ref's supposed to pick up the count from, and then he just stopped. Yep. I said, yo, who the fuck told Lennox to stop talking?
Yep.
Yo, so when you said the shit with Sergio Mora, I watched him, and I'm like, why he miserable looking now? What's wrong with him?
On hush mouth.
Yeah, someone told him shut the fuck up.
Yep.
In those headsets that these guys have on, they have people saying shit to them.
Yep.
Say this, say that, say this, say that. A lot of that's not coming from the heart. Y'all don't. I'm telling you, there's a lot that y'all don't know. Salute to Darius Gillard in that super chat. Much love. He says, DAZN will silence Sergio after giving Boots his props, but won't correct anyone that says Devin lost, even though it's been overturned for months now. They will always say, man, I'm watching DAZN clips. They still got Ryan hitting Devin. He's a cheater. He's a cheater, bro. And I'm telling you, if the roles were reversed and Devin popped dirty, Devin still be suspended.
They will be asking for jail time.
Yeah. Oh, it's attempted murder, Drew. Didn't you say it's attempted murder? This is what you niggas do.
Come on.
This is what you niggas do. And y'all don't know. And see, y'all don't even know when to shut the fuck up. Listen. Every video I ever did about Bud was coming from a place of concern. Because you never hear me say that he's trash in the ring. Hell, I don't even say that about Canelo. And he's a cheater. I said, hey, man, he's so skilled. Why does he have to cheat? It's annoying.
Facts.
It's just as if Bud popped dirty, that would be like a nightmare for me. I'd be like, damn it, in tears, like, brother, why? You're too good for this. But that will put a shadow over everything he's ever done. You see, it's called accountability. But what I'm not gonna do, I'll give you a good example. I can't stand Dillian White. And I'll do a whole live stream, like I did a whole live stream on his beat sample that never popped up. Eddie Hearn made sure that shit was never opened. But I will be remiss if I'm sitting here cutting him up and like, yo, you's a fraud and da-da-da-da-da, and like 5 white guys come into my chat to my, yeah, you know, he's a nigger. Oh, no. No. I don't like that guy. I hate Dillian White. But you, sir, you're not going to come in here and do that.
Mm-hmm.
You ain't going to do that. Get out.
Yep.
You ain't doing that. And I don't like Dillian. But you, a non-black, are not going to call him a nigga on my watch. No.
Come on.
Absolutely not. Even though his dumb ass sat there and Barry Hearn said, oh, we used to be slave drivers. And now I have to call him Mr. White. You're bugging. You're bugging. And all of these off-code niggas on YouTube, eat a dick. Just not mine.
Yeah,
eat a dick. This is why we in disarray right now. And Bama 80, you ain't pull up, you at work, well stay working, because I'm going to block your ass as soon as this shit's over. Don't even talk to me. I don't want your support. I don't. You're a coward, dude. And to admit you're from Alabama, it's frightening. It's disgusting. There go Diana. Salute to you, Queen. I'm not reasoning with these niggas anymore. The time for reasoning was for you to click the link and we can have a conversation. I'm about to leave now. I got shit to do. You had your chance. I'm not reasoning with none of you niggas anymore. Your parents should raise you. If you don't know how to act accordingly and move and shake in this world as a man of color, then I'm not helping you. Because I lead by example. I'm not on here calling people that understand what we're doing here, Wakandans and shit like that. You're going to follow that nappy smurf, Coach Malakoon. Go over there. Get away from me. I don't care where you go. Go talk to that buck-eyed nigga that sold his soul in his ass probably. Showbiz the coon over there. Got him jumping out his skin.
Hey, Drew.
Yo.
You know what's sad, bro? I've been on TikTok, YouTube, Instagram. We have more courageous black women who are calling it like it is in the sport of boxing than these weak brothers. And you brothers should feel some type of way about that. Clarissa Shields should not be the only boxer to call it how it is. But a lot of you are scared to death because you want to assimilate. And one thing about it, I've been in the South since I was a teenager. Yes, we have races down here. But you know what? One thing about the races down here is if they know where you stand, that's how we get along. You stay on your side, I stay on my side. We at the same grocery store. You get what you need, I get what I need. Ain't gonna be no disrespect because somebody gonna get hurt. That's what we had that mutual understanding. But see, some of you brothers think, I don't know if you used to shucking and jiving in corporate America or at the job. You so cowardly. You won't say some of the stuff to your supervisor at the job, you try to come on here and try to dictate and go against your people. They don't respect that. They are never going to respect you when you shuck and jive with this we sick master mentality.
So Bama comes in and says, so block me now. It's cool. So I blocked you. Goes to show you he's been listening, but he's too cowardly to click the link. And I'll do you one better than that, anti-brother. Let's go to your punk ass channel. I'm gonna go to your punk ass channel right now. All right, this is his channel. I'm gonna make sure your ass is blocked. Okay, you're hidden. All right, you're blocked. So you're done. All right, you're done. Don't fucking come back. Go to the ops where they talk about me all day long. I don't need your support. Look, I want quality, not quantity. Freedom's March, salute to you in that super chat. Much love. I need quality, not quantity. You're not needed here. Everything I talk about Bud comes from a place of concern. Because I know as great as he is, they're waiting for him to fuck up. Whether it be a drug test or him. I'm telling you, I hope Bud never lose a fight. I hope he get out of this goddamn. I did, bro. Hold on. Oh, no, I didn't. Mr. Shelton, Mayate. Hell yeah, I got you. I said it earlier. Mayate. You already know, brother. Hell yeah. Yeah, if God forbid Bud loses a bad one, they're going to cut his ass. Hell, his last fight, they cut his ass, didn't they not? Mm-hmm. They cut his ass. I didn't say shit. It was a tough fight. I didn't say shit, though. They cut his ass. I want Bud to get all the money in the world, support his family. I want him to leave the game undefeated. You know why? He's the last of them. Of them. Floyd got away. Ward got away. They got Devin. No matter what, they're going to hold that Ryan Garcia shit over his head. Oh, left hook. It's not a loss. But when Devin walks away from the game, they're going to stay throwing that Ryan Garcia shit in his face. Always. That's there. So mission accomplished there. They got Deontay. They got AJ. Oh, he didn't get away either. He didn't get away. They got Daniel Dubois. Well, Dubois got himself. Bud is the last of the Mohegans. I need him to be successful. And everything I say about him comes from a place of concern. But you niggas are too stupid to realize it. How dare you bring up Deontay Wilder? In the situations, there is no comparison. So Bama 80, Replay Gang is in your future. Top of the show. I explained it. Bud was down there talking to an Irish cartel leader, looking for a deal. Deontay was invited down by a Saudi prince to discuss about $30 million. That's the difference, stupid.
Come on.
You don't just punch anybody in the face or just ignore them. No matter what Deontay did, they held him to a different standard. And you niggas are too stupid to realize it. He's supposed to punch Tyson Fury in the face or ignore him while he's over there discussing a $27 million deal. No matter what he did, it would have been bad. No matter what he did.
Hey, brother. They want Wilder and Haney to crash out, but they won't crash out with the YNs in their community destroying it.
Oh, absolutely not. How about this? They celebrated when they thought Tank crashed out on Devin.
Yeah, they did.
I got out of bed this morning. Oh, shit, they had a run-in at a club. And I said, oh, man, I hope I don't cut on the camera. I don't cut on my goddamn phone. And they rolling on the floor like a bunch of niggas. That's what I said. And I'm watching it. I'm like, he's just screaming. He's just screaming in a hotel looking, or in a lounge looking stupid. And then I saw the other part where he's taking pictures about Devin's car. And then Devin is looking at him smiling. I'm like, well, where's this? It's on site. I said, man, this little mellow yellow just made a fool of himself. Mm-hmm. And y'all celebrated that? Y'all celebrated that shit? No, sir. Moonshine.
Come on.
No, sir. You niggas are dumb as hell. How dare you bring up what Deontay did in Dubai, which was nothing. What Bud did in Dubai was fucked up. And I said, where was his family and friends to say, hold on, before you go over there and talk to that guy, you need to know who you talking to.
Right.
Salute to Trill Will in that stupid chat. Much love. He says, Mayate Mondays in full. Coach, man, we had a whole thing going on here. It's a long story. I'm gonna get your information. I gotta bring you up to speed on all of it. All of this shit has meaning.
Gotcha.
All of this shit comes from somewhere. Mayate Mondays. All of it, there's everything has a meaning here. Now the 86 back in that super chat. Much love. He says, salute Drew and Coach Hudson. Keep cooking. Hashtag LDBC for life. Hashtag stay on code. I'm on a job. Coach, let them know how they can find you, good brother.
You all can find me at Coach B Hudson on Instagram or Coach B Hudson on YouTube.
Excellent, man. Go subscribe to my brother. I got to bust this move, man. Thank you for pulling up, brother. You're always welcome, man. I appreciate you. Thank you so much.
Always got you, brother. Always got you.
Yes, sir. Salute to everybody in the Venmo, the Zelle, the Cash App, Super Chat. I ain't get to everything. You know what I mean? I got to bust this move. Normally, I keep cooking till about 11:30. But pull up tomorrow. I got more to discuss. And shout out to the GOAT.
All my troubles come more nigga. Yeah, it makes me mad. Why you niggas are so against somebody for you?
How much longer do you think your
It
mom
makes me so mad. Long enough to beat your ass if you fuck up. That's right. You might not get out of the stadium tonight. You gotta be cool because you've been watched.
You've been watched. Bronx on deck. Move!
Why are you gay?
Who says I'm gay?
You are gay.